If you appreciate rich and balanced sound quality with forgiving sound signature, yet it can deliver high resolution and absolute detail with nice soundscape and stereo image, this could be the one that you want to try it out. Hello everyone, welcome to Tabama Hi-Fi Review channel. Today I would like to share my review of Field Audio K15 DAC, which is fully balanced DAC end-to-end from digital input to analog output stage, including Class AB headphone amplifier stage, which is 3000 milliwatt of power output at 32 ohm load if you're using 4.4 or the balanced output out of this K15. As for digital to analog conversion, it uses AKM latest 4497S. So that is the improved version of regular 4497. S stands for superior. It uses same technology and algorithm that feature on top of the line AKM 4499EX chips in this 4497S. K15 is using dual design. I started using this K15 on my desktop setup with USB digital input connected with my Mac Studio, monitoring my own voice while I'm editing my videos, and I find it to be playhead lag is significantly noticeable. I moved it over to break-in and streaming setup with my old Denon receiver. It sounded pretty nice, although I don't really enjoy the sound with the Denon AV receiver and Field K15 combination in terms of synergy wise. And also I try with soon to be reviewed X2O DP10, the streaming transport with this Field K15 as well. When I started using K15 in my main system, I paired it with Accuphase E4000 XLR balance from ASD silver conductors connected between two, as well as Gusted Audio S26 music server to K15 using USB cable, and it sounded beautifully. And also I loaded internet, the USB flash drive in this K15 as well with my audition tracks. So, but when I try my external USB drive, 5 terabyte drive, although it's formatted in exFAT, it doesn't recognize it. It shows error, so I stopped trying it because that is my backup music bank, so I don't want to screw it up. When I inserted the USB flash drive, it reads quickly, everything displayed flawlessly as far as on this K15. But on the app, it's different story. I will get to that later. And for the setup wise, I'm using these two speakers as usual, S1EH Tower and this L100 Classic 70-fit. So I was trying back and forth and I was like, man, doesn't sound bright. It sounds so engaging. Musicality and tonal balance is really nice put together sound signature. Balanced, rich and engaging, smooth sound yet revealing ability of pairing components, sound signature. But while doing that, stay retaining and controlling the brightness. So I have a lot of specialized brightness testing tracks. Those tracks are very well delivered, enjoyable sound. So sound quality I will describe like this: rich, engaging sound with very good body in it. Sound staging and width, it may not be as wide as what I'm used to with this kind of R2R DAC from Galubido, Divinity Nos DAC, but depth is pretty impressive. Bass quality is deep and rich tone with very nice articulation in it, and dynamic punch and attack very well produced. Stereo image is pretty nice. Out of all Field Audio products that I review, including higher price point K17, this K15 offer most enjoyable sound signature in my system. For the mid-range quality, it has a nice precision to it with rich tonality as well. Separation is well placed and nice smooth sound. Upper mid-range to lower highs, those transition area have nice and spacious sound with smooth highs without exaggerating high up in those upper mid-range to lower highs region. That's where they contain brightness. So this one needs to be paired system very nicely. Otherwise, you may have a very reserved and laid back kind of sound. In type of pairing component wise, I like them best with this JBL and this K15 and X30 tube amp combination in terms of dynamic punch and detail and resolution and everything. That is for my average listening level from 55 to 65 dB range. If you have totally transparent system, it should not have problem pairing it with your system. But if you have really laid back system, then you may not enjoy it. You may want to consider K17 or something else. But if you are like me, guy that really appreciate engaging tone and really balanced sound that you can enjoy for hours and hours, this could be the one that you should be trying it in your system. I will say this, for the pairing speaker wise, JBL, Bowers & Wilkins, CAV, or those kind of speakers should really work well with this K15. Sound signature is depending on how well your incorporation of those components. DACs or these kind of components are probably up to 20 to 30% of overall sound reproduction. Rest is depending on your room and other components, but for that 20 to 30% of sound quality and different making between these DACs are significant to fine-tune your system. This K15 totally delivered that in my experience using most of the field DACs in the past. So compared to higher price point fields K17, it's gonna be, K17 is gonna give you slightly better resolution and precision notes in upper mid-range and overall frequency range. What it can do better with K17, it will give you wider soundscape. Depth should be comparable toe to toe, right? Headphone stage, I would say this one and K17 pretty much a lot of similarity. So this one may be better buy. $549 for this K15 for 70-80% of K17 sound quality that you are getting. So I think it's totally worth it. If you compare it to K13 R2R, this one will take you to a whole new level of sound quality. I tried two different headphones with this K15. Variant 1 open back headphone, Fosi Audio i5 planar magnetic open back as well. I kind of like both of them in terms of pairing it with this K15 in sound quality. Variant 1 offers lively, dynamic, and realistic live-like sound quality using that 4.4 millimeter balance out from this headphone stage. When I'm using that Fosi Audio i5, sound is more richer and slightly reserved but more engaging. Only thing that I didn't enjoy with Fosi Audio i5 and this K15 combination is those slight effect kind of after effect kind of notes that going on upper mid-range and mid-range area. So that is something to do with the headphones. Overall tonality and balanced sound and engaging notes with accurate sound that is delivering is very nice combination. Remote control on this K15 works very well. Musicality wise, it all depends on personal preference and synergy with your pairing components. Overall, using it with my pretty transparent sounding. These S1EX speakers, it totally give me that engaging notes and enjoyable sound no matter what type of music I listen to. AC/DC to Led Zeppelin to all the classical music that I tried. And some of my favorite and highlights of this K15 is mid-range quality, musical sound that it can deliver. Let's go to Field Control app. Here's a K15. Then these are all the settings that are available. Setting, you can change. These are only updating music library or resetting local playback. This is my Audition music that I loaded, like 35 tracks or so, and sound sample tracks that you will hear. That's I'm using internet playback of this K15. And next one is work mode, meaning the function, basically USB or optical, all the digital inputs that you can choose. And I also tried line input using from different deck, and it sounded pretty nice. So this is the all-in-one component that pretty much do it all. If you are after that kind of component, this could be it. Only thing that I have trouble using is internet streaming feature. That's all. Other than that, everything works great. For the Roon playback controlling this K15, you have to have Roon server to work through. So I connected with S26 and I can easily choose this K15 in Roon app. And work mode PEQ, I didn't try it because I already know how this works with K13 or K17, but it's there. And another thing that they need to improve is even for internet playback using the added flash USB flash drive, this one is not displaying all the album artwork or anything. It just shows this blue screen or three-dimensional kind of thing. So that's a slightly downside. So local playback works great. And next one is play all, or you can choose artists or these kind of all the detailed selection that you can do. While I had this K15 for over a month, and they did an update one time on this K15 firmware. So overall experience, user experience is relatively improving and quickly due to those updates and new theme and new other features that they include in this K15. So K17, K13, and this K15, I kind of have an idea that they are going to which direction. I like this white display on this K15, right? When I change it to white display, the left channel VU meter, the needle is white as well. So if I change it to white display, both VU meter should be red color, so that will be really nice option to have. But overall, I'm not complaining anything. Sound quality, features and functions and build quality and everything combined. This is Best Buy field product to date that I experienced. So I like it a lot more than K17 or K13. If you are sitting on the fence of whether you should go with K13 R2R, save your money a little bit more and jump up to this K15. It has good improvements in pretty much everything. Works great and sound very nice for enjoying my music. You can use it as streamer, server, and controller, as well as PEQ, and everything combined for $549 is nothing but great buy, my friend. That is my experience that I like to share with you. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
tenderness, dream along with me. Listen to the whispers sing, listen to the singer shout. Come into my solitude, be my big mouth. Thoughts unspoken, thoughts unsaid, lies of hearth and home. Children broken on the bed and left to lie alone. Things you talk around, scum you choke on down. Come into my solitude, step on sacred ground. We were speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Fathers who are lovers to the daughters that they own. Mothers who don't leave a child a single safety zone. People so unhinged that death is much too kind. Come into my solitude, step over that line. Thought it was the only one. Thought it was the only. Thought it was the only one. We're speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Come to my solitude, welcome to the wheel. Come into this wonderland of wounds that will not heal. Walls that do not speak, steps that do not sound. Come into my solitude, burn this